Hi Leah, please can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hi. So my name is Leah Williamson, and I'm a senior manager in the EMEIA Innovation team.
So can you tell me, why is innovation so important today?
Sure. So I personally think that innovation has been around for hundreds, thousands of years. I don't think it's anything new, even so in the world, but also in professional services. I think we've always tried to innovate and be different and improve on ourselves. So I think what's happened now is what's different is the pace of change. So I think our world is changing and things are being disruptive so fast that there's been more of a focus on innovation. And I don't mean to underplay it by any means, but how I view innovation is it's simply a change program. So why it's important to us in EY at the moment is that we need to change ourselves. We need to make sure that we're disrupting ourselves before we get disrupted, and kind of make sure that we remain relevant.
Great. So in your opinion, what's the greatest innovation of the last few years?
That's a hard one, and I think it depends on how you define innovation, what you mean by innovation. So we in EMEIA Innovation, and me quite personally, I don't like to define it because I think it means something completely different to every single person. But if I was pushed, I think, and if you were to think of innovation as something that you kind of didn't know you needed, but now is a core part of your life, I think you could. A good example is like Google or the iPhone.
Yeah.
We now can't live without them, and we didn't know we would have needed them 10 years ago.
So do you think innovation is about processing as well as new technology?
Yeah, absolutely, actually. So a lot of people, what we come across is a lot of people get a bit disengaged by innovation because they think it's just about technology, when it's actually absolutely not. You can absolutely also innovate processes. So I suppose an example would be if people have come across the business value model canvas. So to me, I think that's quite a good example of process innovation. I think it's kind of brought user empathy into business design, and it's also kind of opened up strategy to the masses, so people can now find it more accessible to think about business strategy because of that process innovation.
Okay. Can you tell me about a time that someone has helped you innovate?
Yes, yeah. So prior to this role, actually, I managed EY Momentum, which is our client collaboration centre on the 20th floor in Churchill Place. I took on that role because I thought it would be all about event management, and I thought I could kind of put my OCD organisational skills to the test. But I thought I'd have hundreds of spreadsheets and it would be great, I'd be managing events. And what actually happened, what Dan Rickson, who runs the centre, and indeed many other people in the centre, what they actually did was change the way that I view how I work, and it kind of gave me a completely different mindset. So Momentum is not about just putting on a show, putting on an event. It's about designing an event for our clients, designing an experience. And to design something in a way that you get the best out of your clients and you get them thinking differently. And it's also the core of Momentum is about kind of bringing the human element back into business. So I think in our professional services world, we kind of forget a lot of the time that we're actually all human beings and we come to work every day. And I think we focus too much on, we go straight down to business. So yeah, Momentum kind of completely innovated and completely changed the way that I viewed how I work, basically.
Great. So in your opinion, what are the keys to successful innovation strategy?
So I would highlight two things that I've learned in the past kind of 9 months from doing our EMEIA Innovation initiative. The first one is being flexible and agile with the program as a whole. So we have, I'd say, changed and pivoted how we work and our focus and what we do every 2 to 3 months. And that's kind of in the spirit of innovation. So it's not like we set a program for 5 years and we're rigidly sticking to that. So yeah, being flexible, being able to pivot, being able to change. And the last thing I would say, the thing to me that's the most important in an innovation program is about including everyone. So innovation is not just about a small team of people in a dark room looking at some new technology. Innovation is about harnessing the collective intelligence of a large group of people and getting everyone involved.
Fantastic, thank you so much.
Thank you.